The Cleveland Cavaliers have dominated the NBA to start the season. They blew out the Los Angeles Lakers last night 134-110 to push them to an undefeated record of 5-0. They've been one of the best offensive and defensive teams to start the year, blowing out teams left and right, and it's due to the changes they made this offseason. The team, led by a new coaching staff, has the star players playing the best they've ever played together. The Cavs look like a much improved squad led by their superstar Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell has been a star for this team ever since he was traded to Cleveland. This season he's averaging 23.8 points per game on 50% from the field. He's a team high 16.8 plus minus to start the season. One of his best games of the season came against the Knicks, where he scored 25 points shooting 52% from the field in a close battle. Donovan Mitchell does it all. He can shoot, get to the rim, and take a mid-range jumper. This season he's shooting 75% in the restricted area, and he's constantly making difficult layups. For example, in this play against the Knicks, Donovan Mitchell has Mikal Bridges on him and is able to get him up in the air with a pump fake. He then drives past him using the Allen screen to then hit a nice floater over Cat. He's one of the best shooting guards in all of basketball, and he continues to perform at a high level for this Cavs team. The concern was the pieces around him and whether they could take the next step to truly compete for a championship. I think with the new changes they've made this offseason, the Cavs have a real shot at being a deep playoff team. Kenny Atkinson has helped this team for the better. The Cavs have the second best offensive rating in the NBA and the fourth best defensive rating in the NBA. They've been dominant on both sides of the ball to start this year, and it's led to their undefeated record. There have been two stats I've noticed that are very interesting. They are second in the NBA in three-point percentage at 41%. They are shooting far better than almost every team in the NBA, and they're not doing it on an insane amount of attempts either. Atkinson has set this team up to take a ton of open looks. 24% of all the Cavs shots have been wide open from three, meaning there hasn't been a defender within 6+ feet of the shot. Atkinson has been a revelation to this offense and their defense. The Cavs average the third most steals in the NBA at 11.5. All their players have had active hands. In the game versus the Lakers, they had 14 steals, which gave them a huge advantage in the game. One big thing is that their starting lineup has been extremely good together. They are currently a top 5 starting lineup in the NBA in net rating. Atkinson has them playing unbelievable basketball to start the year. Two players in particular have really flourished under Atkinson. The first one I'll discuss is Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley has looked much better to start this season. He's averaging 17 points per game with 2.5 blocks per game, while also shooting 50% from 3. All of these are the highest marks in his career. It all started with the change in how the Cavs are using Mobley. They're giving him much more freedom with the ball in his hands, no longer giving it to him in the post only, but at the top of the key as well. In this play, Mobley gets the ball on the right wing and backs down Scotty Barnes until he gets to his spot and hits a nice jumper over the top of Barnes' hand. He's gotten a lot more agency to do as he pleases on the offensive end, and especially shooting threes. He's taken 2 attempts per game, which is the highest in his career, and is hitting 50% of them. He's giving defenses a lot more to worry about with his ability to take his guy off the dribble and space the floor. His defense has also been dominant, averaging 2.5 blocks per game and making up close to 50% of all the Cavs' blocks this year. He has been a shot blocker throughout his career, but this season he's taken it up a notch. Under Atkinson, Mobley has been a defensive monster and much more free as an offensive player. Another guy to return to an all-star form under Atkinson has been Darius Garland. Darius Garland so far this season has looked extremely good. He's averaging 17 points per game and shooting 45% from 3, all in 26 minutes. Because the Cavs have blown out almost every team they've played so far, his per 36 numbers are unreal. He would be averaging 24.8 points per game with 6 assists shooting 50% from 3. His offensive output under Atkinson has become much more efficient compared to last season. Another huge thing that has changed since Atkinson became this coach is his defense. A big problem with Garland has been his size and the ability for teams to abuse him on the defensive end. Well, so far, this has slightly changed. According to Rodney Potts from the Cleveland Sports Talk News Network, Garland was challenged by head coach Kenny Atkinson to defend Jalen Brunson, and Garland lived up to the task. He held Brunson to 8 of 24 and had 2 steals and 2 blocks on the night. His best defensive play was with 1 minute to go, where he was one-on-one with Brunson and locked him down, blocking his shot at the end of the play. It's great to see that Brunson is showing the effort needed for this Cavs team to be considered a championship contender. Now, to discuss the big man in the middle, Jarrett Allen. He has been one of the most efficient players in the entire NBA. He's currently in the top 3 in the NBA with a field goal percentage of 80%. He's averaging 17.3 points per game, the highest mark in his NBA career. Under Atkinson, Allen has been at his best on the offensive end. He's continuing to be a solid rim protector and great rebounder for this Cavs team. In the game versus the Lakers in the first half, he already had an 18.12 rebound double-double, the fastest double-double of his career. Allen and Mobley together have been a revelation this season under new coaching. They have seen offensive highs for their career on the floor together. Now to discuss the most important bench player for this team, Caris LeVert. LeVert has been dominant on the offensive end this season, shooting over 60% from 3 so far this season, providing 10 points per game. He's got the highest offensive rating on the team at 128.8. This just shows how efficient he's been to start this year. LeVert has gotten any shot he's wanted so far. He's been very good with the ball in his hands, getting to the rim at will, and hitting many off-dribble threes behind screens from the big man. In this clip, he uses the screen by Mobley to fake a drive and then takes a step-back 3 for an easy shot. He also has been able to get to the rim at ease. In this clip against the Raptors, he lulls his defender to sleep and crosses him up to get by and then hits an acrobatic finish for the 2 points. LeVert hasn't taken a ton of shots, but with the shots he's taken, he has been extremely efficient with them. Now, to end this off with what I think the Cavs can do this season, I believe they can make the Eastern Conference Finals, as long as they don't end up running into Boston in the second round. I think they're a great matchup for every other team in the East, and the contenders outside of New York and Boston have truly not impressed me to start the year. I hope the Cavs can finish as a top 3 to 4 seed and make a deep run behind Garland and Mitchell. Let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.